One step forward, then another and another one. We've been walking steady since the rising of the sun. It started with a whisper, then it started with a tiny spark. Now we're moving out of the heavy in the dusty dark. I can see the mountains now, and I can see the golden plains. I can feel the rhythm moving in my heavy beating veins. We've come so far together, and we've seen so much. Everything we find today has a golden and a magic touch. Oh, the final horizon is finally in our sight, shimmering with gold and incredibly and beautifully bright. At the end of the long and the lonely and the dark night, everything is finally gonna be perfectly alright. We're building up the fire, and we're building up the home. No more reasons left for us to ever want to roam. But the road is a part of who we are and what we've been, following the light that is shining from deep within. We've crossed the heavy rivers, and we've burned the broken bridges. Now we're standing steady on the highest of the ridges. The world is wide and grand, and it's waiting for our hand. We are not the same. We've finally found our name. The journey is over, but the spirit is brand new. The final horizon. Oh, yeah, the final horizon. Everything's alright. Oh, 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 There's dust upon the cover of an old and a leather book. Let's take another and a deeper and a much longer look. A story of a journey that was never ever ever told, of a heart made of silver and a soul made of pure gold. We are the authors of the pages that are yet to really come, moving to the steady rhythm of a quiet, silent drum. Every empty line we see is a brand new and a lucky chance to join in the music and to join in the final dance. Oh, it's an unread chapter, waiting in the morning light, waiting for the world to be beautiful and waiting to be bright. A new adventure waiting on every single lonely page, for every dreamer and for every soul of every single age. We've got ink upon our fingers and a dream within our head, leaving all the more sequels to a broken and a dusty dark past. We're finding a love and a peace that is finally meant to last. From the highest mountain peak to the deepest blue of the sea. Purple waves are moving in the gentle and the summer breeze, dancing with a grace and a perfect and a natural ease, a sense so sweet and heavy that it makes the senses start to spin. Let the lavender magic and the dance finally begin. We're spinning around together in a purple and a hazy dream, floating down a lazy and a quiet violet-colored stream. Forget about the ticking of the clocks and the passing of the years. 1, 2, 3, come and dance with me in the lavender fields by the edges of the sea. A waltz for the dreamers and a waltz for the wild and free. That's the only way for you and the only way for me. You've got petals in your hair and a light within your shining eye. Underneath the vast and the open summer-colored sky, we're a part of the garden now. We're a part of the dance, giving both our tired spirits a second and a better chance. No walls to hold us in, no heavy roofs above our head, just the field of purple and the words that we've already said. So take my hand again and let's spin around and around. The moon is nothing but a sliver in the dark and velvet sky, watching all the silent and the sleeping world go drifting by. I'm a passenger tonight upon a midnight and a silver train, listening to the rhythm and the heartbeat of the gentle rain. Every flickering light in the distance is a life being led, while the rest of the weary people are tucked away in bed. We're moving through the darkness like a quiet silver ghost. Midnight passenger, floating through the silent night, waiting for the first and the gentle touch of morning light. Through the sleeping towns and the empty and the lonely fields, finding all the treasures that the darkness finally yields. Rest your heavy and your tired head against the window pane. Forget about the struggle and forget about the city pain. We're in between the places and we're in between the times, listening to the engine and its steady and its rhythmic rhymes. There's a peace within the movement and a grace within the speed. It's exactly the kind of medicine that our spirits really need. No one knows where we're going. Waiting for the light through the night. Train whistle voice. The moon is nothing but a sliver in the dark and velvet sky, watching all the silent and the sleeping world go drifting by. I'm a passenger tonight upon a midnight and a silver train, listening to the rhythm and the heartbeat of the gentle rain. Every flickering light in the distance is a life being led, while the rest of the weary people are tucked away in bed. We're moving through the darkness like a Ice is clinking in the tall and the frosted glass pitcher. Every single day we spend like this, we're getting much richer. Not in the money or the gold, but in the sun and the grace. With a giant happy smile spreading across my sunny face. We're sitting in the comfort and the shade of the old apple tree, feeling like the two of us are finally wild and finally free. The grass is growing long and the bumblebees are acting lazy. It's a lemonade summer for the two of us. No more worrying, no more city fuss. Sweet and cold and a little bit tart, like the feelings growing in a happy heart. Long days and the starry nights, running through the sprinkler on the emerald and the green lawn, laughing at the shadows until the day is almost gone. We don't need a fancy or a world-class expensive holiday when we can spend the summer exactly in the simple way. Barefoot in the garden with the dirt beneath our happy nails, telling one another all our longest and our tallest tales. Life is just a picnic and the world is like a brand new toy. Tap, tapping on the corrugated and the rusty tin roof, letting the rhythm of the summer storm begin to give us the proof. We're safe inside the cabin with a warm and a wool knitted coat, floating on the music like a tiny and a wooden riverboat. The sky above is gray, but the heart inside is burning bright and red with a million happy memories in my head. Let the clouds pour down and let the thunder start to roll. Let it rain, let it wash away the stain. A lullaby of water on the metal and the steady roof of a simple kind of love. We finally have the living proof. Don't need the burning sun to have a good and a peaceful time. Lightning is flashing in the distance and the purple-colored hills, giving me the kind of natural and the sudden summer thrills. We're tucked away together in our secret and our mountain nest, giving all the busy world a little time to finally rest. The trees are drinking deep and the earth is feeling very glad. It's the best kind of weather that we've ever had. So let it wash the dust from every single window pane.
Shells of ancient wisdom and the familiar smell of the old and dusty paper. memories of every poet and every great and a soul escaper. I'm lost within the silence of this high-domed in a marble hall, watching how the afternoon and the golden shadows start to crawl. Every book upon the shelf is a ticket to a distant and a foreign land, a secret little universe that I am holding in the palm of my hand. Finding all the magic in the library dust, in the ancient stories that we always trust, far away from the digital and the noisy world, where the flags of the imagination are unfurled. Just a simple kind of peace and a quiet joy. Ink and parchment and a heavy leather bound and a sturdy spine. Everything within these pages is yours and everything is mine. No passport needed for this journey of the spirit and the mind, leaving all the frantic and the modern world and its stress behind. We're traveling through centuries and we're traveling through space at a very slow and a very steady and a gentle kind of pace. So turn the page and let the adventure finally begin. Library dust, stories we trust. The clock upon the wall is ticking, but the world is moving very slow. Wrapped within the comfort of a warm and a golden amber glow, I'm watching how the light is dancing on the surface of the bedroom wall, as the long and evening shadows start to stretch and start to fall. It's that magic time between the ending of the day and the coming night, when every single thing is bathed in a holy and a soft gold light. In the golden hour twilight, we're finally letting everything go, watching how the heavy and the purple evening shadows grow. No more questions left to answer, no more wondering about the why, just the orange and the velvet colors painting all the summer sky. I remember all the days when I was younger, and I used to always run, chasing after every every promise of a bride. The morning sun. But now I find the beauty in the fading, in the soft and gentle glow, in all the lessons and the wisdom that I finally come to know. There's a grace within the ending and a beauty in the time of rest. I'm putting all my worries down and leaning on your steady chest. Letting everything go in the amber glow. In the amber glow. I folded up my heavy worries into the shape of a little paper plane, and I tossed them out the window into the middle of the summer pouring rain. I watched them fly and I watched them struggle and I watched them take a fall. But the truth is that I didn't really care about the weight of them at all. Gravity is nothing but a state of mind that we can leave behind. I'm searching for the colors and the treasures that the happy people find. We're floating on the breeze, moving with the swaying of the trees, higher than the steeple, far from all the busy, noisy people. We're just paper planes across the sky, learning how to live and learning how to fly. Life is nothing but a messy sketch within a dusty and a forgotten book. So take another chance today and take a deeper and a second look. Every crooked line you draw is just a brand new path for you to take, far away from all the winter wrath and every little old mistake. We're zipping through the clouds like a tiny spark of light across the dark, leaving every heavy footstep and every old and bitter mark. Learning how to fly high across the sky.
Sit beneath the heavy shadow of the old and ancient maple tree, and listen to the humming of the golden winged and busy honeybee. The roots are digging deep into the dark, an ancient wisdom of the ground, where the peace and the silence of the earth is always waiting to be found. I'm just a temporary guest within this green and silent timber hall, watching how the long and summer shadows start to stretch and slowly crawl. Sheltered from the burning heat rest your tired and dusty feet underneath the leaves so wide. There's nowhere left for the sun to hide. Deep roots and a quiet soul, making every broken spirit whole. Watching how the tiny ants are building up their complex in their busy state, while the sun is turning to a fading and a golden fire at the garden gate. There's a lesson in the patience of the wood that stands against the winter gale, telling us that everything is simple, even when the human efforts fail. No need to hurry through the moments, no need to win the frantic human race. Just find the rhythm of the breathing earth and find your own in quiet space. Making every spirit whole. Deep within the soul.
Performing a gentle dance upon the corrugated rusty tin roof. But inside this little sanctuary, we are finally feeling bulletproof. I'm spinning records on the hardwood floor and watching how the dust motes play, while the aroma of the roasted beans is chasing all the winter ghosts away. Steam is rising in a lazy swirl from the edges of my porcelain cup. I'm finding peace in every little swirl of white before the golden sun comes up. Just you and me and the dusty vintage sound, spinning the whole wide world around and round. A quiet kind of magic in this hidden room, watching how the winter flowers start to bloom. Caffeine and vinyl, soul and golden light, everything is gonna be alright. Watching how the silver gray light is changing as the afternoon begins to fade. We're tucked away in the safety of the fortress and the comfort that our love has made. No need to join the frantic people running in the street beneath the pouring rain. We found a way to disconnect the wires and to neutralize the modern pain. Every melody is like a secret whispered from a singer of a long gone age. We're just living out the beautiful and quiet lines upon a brand new page.
driftwood, resting lonely on the edges of the shore. It's been bleached by every salt spray in the sun for 100 years or more. It traveled miles across the deep and blue green borderline of the Atlantic Sea, before it found this quiet place to rest in silence and to finally be free. I wonder about the forest where it started and the mountains where it used to grow, before the current took it down and started moving to the places only waters know. We're writing driftwood stories in the sand today, letting the heavy ocean wash the years away. A slow and steady journey through the salt and through the spray. We're finding our own rhythm and a better kind of way to stay. Every tiny grain of sand is like a memory that we've kept inside our soul, of all the nights when we were broken and the world was trying to take its heavy toll. But now we're building up a fire and we're dreaming of a summer that will never end, floating on the surface of a violet stream and waiting for the river's bend. No more sirens in the distance, no more gray and concrete walls around our heart, just the rhythm of the tide that's telling us that this is where the new adventures start. Heavy blanket of the fog is slowly lifting from the silver river's edge. I watch the world begin to wake and start to shiver on the rocky mountain ledge. A distant eagle circles high above the canyon where the shadows used to stay. I'm finding symbols of a long-lost hidden passion in the breaking of the day. No words are needed in this holy quiet moment as the earth begins to breathe. I'm leaving every heavy burden and the torment that I used to interweave. Oh, just breathe the morning in before the world begins its spinning wheel. A golden line upon the hill shows us something that is beautiful and real. Everything is starting fresh and once again, washing out the ancient sorrow and the rain. Just a simple heart finally finding its way home.
dew is hanging like 1,000 crystal diamonds on the clover in the field. I see the sunlight hitting every blade and shining on the secrets now revealed. My boots are wet from walking through the tall and grassy meadows of the valley floor. I'm feeling stronger than I've ever been or witnessed in the years that came before. The path ahead is opening a door to places that I've never dared to go. I'm listening to the river as it starts to whisper everything I need to know.
Sit beneath the shadow of the old maple tree, listening to the wisdom of the honeybee. The roots go deep into the ancient ground, where the peace of the earth is always found. I'm just a guest in this green and silent hall, watching the summer shadows slowly crawl. The leaves are whispering a story of old, worth more than any silver or the gold. Sheltered from the heat, rest your tired feet underneath the leaves so wide, nowhere left for the sun to hide. Deep roots, quiet soul, making the broken spirit whole. Watching how the ants build their tiny empire, while the sun is a fading golden fire. There's a lesson in the patience of the wood, that everything is simple and everything is good. No need to hurry, no need to race. Just find your rhythm and find your place. The tree doesn't worry about the wind or the rain. It just stands tall through the joy and the pain. Rest your tired feet underneath the leaves so wide. Stay deep roots.
Rain is dancing on the rusty roof, but inside we are bulletproof. Spinning records on the hardwood floor. I don't think I need anything more. The smell of coffee fills the morning air, chasing out the ghosts of our old despair. Just the crackle and the steady beat, while the water washes every city street. Just you and me and the dusty sound, spinning the whole wide world around. A quiet kind of magic in this room, watching how the winter flowers bloom. Caffeine and vinyl, soul and light. Everything is gonna be alright. Watching how the light turns silver gray as the afternoon slowly fades away. A cozy sanctuary built for two, dreaming of a life that's bright and new. We don't need to join the frantic crowd. We don't need to shout to be heard out loud. Every melody is a secret kept, while the rest of the world has finally slept. Just you and me, and the dusty sound, spinning the whole wide world around. Coffee, just stay.
The fog is lifting off the silver river, a mirror held by the hands of the dawn. I see the world begin to wake and shiver before the silence of the night is gone. No words are needed in this holy moment, just the sound of the earth breathing deep, leaving the shadows of our old atonement and all the secrets that we used to keep. Golden lines are tracing on the valley, light is breaking through the ancient pines. Oh,
washing out the sorrow in the rain. Dewdrops hanging like diamonds on the clover, a sparkling field beneath my heavy feet. Now the winter of the soul is finally over, and the morning air is getting wild and sweet. The path ahead is clear and long and steady, leading us to places we have never been. I think my heart is finally strong and ready to let the beauty of the world come in. Breathe the morning in before the day's heavy spin. Everything is starting once again. Breath slow, starting again.
There's a rusted out Ford in the tall dry grass, watching the decades and the seasons pass. I'm driving my own down this gravel track with 1,000 memories in the back. Oh, we're riding rusted road stories today, blowing the dust of the years away. From the rolling hills to the desert sand, we're exploring the heart of the promised land. Met an old timer at a diner booth. He told me a lie that sounded like the truth about a girl he loved in '69 and how he left her at the county line. clock is ticking, but the world is slow, wrapped in the warm and amber glow, watching the light dance on the wall as the evening shadows start to fall. It's that time between the day and the night, in the golden hour twilight, we're letting go, watching the river of the evening flow. No more questions, no more why, just the orange and the purple in the sky. I remember the days when I used to run, chasing the light of the morning sun. But now I find beauty in the fading glow, and the lessons that I've come to know. We